If you're watching this, start something. If you're thinking about starting something, do it. Even if you're not thinking about starting something, think about starting something and then do it. I want to inspire. My chapter 12, super happy with it. It's a fun word spiel. Hey guys, it is the beginning of a new week, week 19 of writing my book. And today is Monday. I just actually finished my vlog video from last week. So I'm finishing that up. Right now I'm uploading it to YouTube. So if you missed last week, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that it's up. Been working mainly on that, working hard, having a pretty good day. I had a moment where I was kind of debating how I felt about doing these videos, debating whether I still wanted to do them. I think I decided, yes, I do want to still do them. Because the reason I wouldn't is because, I'd have just that little bit more time to work on just my book. I wouldn't have to spend my Mondays working on these, which the amount of time that I would be kind of regaining wouldn't be that substantial, so it wouldn't really matter. But the reason I decided to stick with it and keep it is because I want these to be something to maybe after I'm done writing my book, or I guess while I'm writing my book, to be able to look back on, see my progress. And the main reason I want to do a lot of this, and the main reason I'm doing a lot of these videos and creative works, is because I want to inspire. I think it would be so cool to inspire somebody to do anything like this. Something creative, something that they really are passionate about, that they care about, and just get started on it and be passionate about it. And I think if I'm able to inspire just one person by these videos to get started on something, or to maybe not even get started, to keep up something, I think then it'll be worth it. I think it would be cool if after I write my book, someone's like, I wonder how he did that. I wonder what his process is. And I sort of have these, even though I didn't start from week 1, I still have these to sort of show how I worked on this stuff throughout these weeks, and kind of show how simple it is. Because really, I guess I do have most of my weeks off, but how simple it is to just be like, yeah, okay, today I'm writing, today I'm doing this, today I'm doing this is what happened. All this, just a simple update of showing how simple it really is to be able to start something and continue something and keep up the passion for something this cool. So ultimately, if you're watching this and you want to start something, do it. I can't stress that enough. I tell anyone who's thinking about, I might start doing this, I've been thinking about this, the main thing I tell them is just do it. Just start. Because no matter how good or bad you think it is, at least you're learning and you're getting better. And even if you think it's awful, someone out there might think it's amazing. And eventually you'll be able to get to the point where I am, where you're 19 weeks in and you're like, wow, this is incredible. Because it really is. So if you're watching this, start something. If you're thinking about starting something, do it. Even if you're not thinking about starting something, think about starting something and then do it. Because it's really cool. So ultimately, I decided I'm going to keep these up. And I want to keep doing these because it's simple. It takes, I think, the longest I've taken is like 15 minutes, which for a small vlog like I usually do, that is a long time. But 15 minutes throughout 24 hours, anyone can spare that time. I decided that I'm going to spare that time and keep these up and hope that someone sees these, maybe becomes inspired. And if not, it's been fun. It's been fun doing these. It's been really easy, really fun, and it only takes a little bit of time throughout the day. So I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to kind of just keep using these as a way to sort of inspire myself, keep myself going, try to push myself to work hard on all my stuff. Yeah, that has been my Monday. Sorry for the long spiel. That's a fun word, spiel. But that has been my Monday so far. I might stream tonight. If I do, I kind of want to do just a chill stream. Not really in the huge mood for planning out a game and having a whole bunch of energy throughout the game and reacting to a bunch of... No, I just want to do something simple. Maybe a game that I can kind of zone out and talk to people. And even if I'm not talking to people, I still zone out and have fun. That's the plan. that's planned for tonight, and that has been my Monday. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Tuesday. I'm about to start stream. Today, I did a little bit of writing, not a whole lot, and then I did a whole lot of reading outside. So I spent most of the day trying to think and read, because the chapter that's coming up, I'm trying to, I know what I want to do, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do it. So I've done a lot of brainstorming and thinking about that, just kind of figuring out how I want to conceptualize this and write it down and kind of order it, how I want to finalize it. And I think this is the first chapter where I'm like, okay, where do I like begin with this? Because all the other chapters I was like, okay, I want this to happen and blah 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 blah. But this one I'm like, where do I go? Where do I start? And I have a general idea, but I think it could still use a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of work, so I'm going to be thinking about that for the next little bit. Yeah, that was my day. I spent most of my time reading Vermis. Sorry, there we go. Reading Vermis. If you don't know what that is, you could go to the Hollow Press or Plastaboo on, I think he's on TikTok, but mainly Instagram. This isn't sponsored anyway. Anyways, this is just pure passion. I love his stuff. I was reading Vermis, but go check out his stuff, Plastaboo. If you want to know where to start with his stuff, I started with Godhusk, and it only has one volume where Vermis has 3, so it's easier to start with. And so far, Godhusk has still been my favorite. Vermis is great. It's really great. But Godhusk just kind of encapsulated me into that world and kind of blew me away with the depth of it, with the structure of it, slowly figuring out the book and things that it talked about at the beginning of the book as you go on in the book, and that'll make sense if you read it. But phenomenal story structure, characters, and all of that. That's what's been kind of occupying my day today, is those books and his work. A bit more of a chill day. I'm going to stream, going to have fun. I don't know, I might play Pragmata. We'll kind of feel it out. Either way, I plan on having fun. Yesterday, I was pretty demotivated to stream. It didn't really sound great, but today, it sounds like fun. It sounds like something that I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. One more note. I know I'm yapping a whole lot, and I edit in a way that I don't really pause to give you guys a second to think about what I'm saying. So hopefully it's not just a dump of information here on a random Tuesday. But my last vlog video, the video that I was talking about, it got 50 something views, which is awesome. I know like that might not sound like a whole lot, but compared to like the most of like 20 views that they have gotten, it's a big jump. And it surprised me for a couple reasons. One, because I didn't think it was anything crazy. I didn't make a thumbnail. I didn't do anything crazy in the video. It's kind of just like this, where I'm just talking. And it was like 10 minutes, and maybe the shorter video is what gave it a bit more appeal. I don't know. But another thing that kind of surprised me, usually I sometimes post a short video of the intro, where it's kind of showing a preview of what I did throughout the week and what's sort of in the video. And for last week's video, I didn't do that. I didn't do that because there wasn't really enough content that I thought stood out enough to really put into long enough of a video to be a short. So I kind of just left it alone, posted the video anyways without a short, and just kind of put it out there. And still, it's done better than any other video. So that was, I don't know, it was awesome. So what I'm trying to say in a weird roundabout way is, if you watched last week's video, thank you. That's awesome. Also, if you did, let me know what the kind of appeal was for that video or this video. And if you're watching this video, thank you. That's pretty awesome. I don't put a whole lot into these, but I put in enough where seeing that success is very, very nice. And especially where I'm trying to get the name of my book out there and get sort of my name out there, and once it gets published, I want to have an audience that is interested. It's awesome that there's people who are joining in this to see my progress, to see my journey, and maybe, like I think I said this yesterday, maybe there will be people after my book comes out who will watch this and sort of see my progress. Either way, it's been awesome. I'm super happy that random people are interested in just a random guy vlogging. These really simple vlogs. They're nothing special, nothing special, but people still watch them, and that's super awesome. So thanks for being here. I looked at my recording time a second ago, and it was at like 3 minutes. I was like, okay, now it's at 7.5 minutes. Man, professional yapper. So I'm going to put a little bit of my yapping energy into streaming. We'll see what I stream. I'll have some fun with it. But yeah, that's my plan. That's been my Tuesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Thursday. If you're wondering why there wasn't anything for Wednesday, it's because I sort of forgot to make a video, but I'm here today to tell you what happened. Yesterday, I just got started on writing my chapter 12. I finalized sort of how I wanted to do the story and where I wanted the direction of it to go, and I introduced a new character, which I have like the general idea and like outline of the entire book, but I feel like it's still an like evolving kind of story where while I'm writing it, I'm like, oh, this would be even better, or I want to do this, or like it's not outlined like perfectly where I have every part planned out perfectly. It's more flexible, and since it's more flexible with the chapter that I'm doing right now, chapter 12, which is also what I've been working on for Thursday, I'm super happy with how it's going so far, and the character that I introduced and created just yesterday. Super happy with how I created him and how he's playing into the story. So, you know, it's still an evolving story, and I'm really happy with it so far. I'm not finished with it, but it's not going to be a super long chapter, so I'm thinking tomorrow I'll be able to at least finish it. But so far, super happy with how it's going, and I can't wait to kind of incorporate this new character that I've created into more of the story later on, which I won't reveal too much about it. And if you're watching this back for in like a while, you'll kind of know what I mean. Just keep the name Mordecai in mind if you are watching this later. But other than that, it's been a good day. I'm about to go play some Magic the Gathering like the big nerd I am. I'll come back here, do a little bit of streaming for the night. I've been having fun with the game that I've been playing. It's called One Way EXE. Check it out if you don't know what it is. It's been a pretty fun horror game. So that's sort of the plan with that. I'm going to keep that up. I think that's pretty much my Thursday. It's been productive, super happy with this, and I'm just going to spend the rest of my night sort of taking it easy. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Hey, today is not Friday. It's actually Saturday because I forgot to record again. However, I can tell you what I did on Friday. I recorded my video for, you know, my weekly video. I finished a chapter, my chapter 12. Super happy with it. Super happy with it. I'm loving it. And just generally, I just worked hard. So it was a fantastic day. I feel like it was a really good week. Actually, I feel really good about this week. I'm happy with how things turned out and how productive I was, and I finished a chapter, so I can't complain too much about that. That was my week 19, probably. I think so, week 19. So that being said, I will see you guys next week. Thanks for joining me.